and I, pound for pound, enjoy watching those more for the nostalgia, way more than 4, 5, and 6. I watched 4, 5, and 6 almost historically because they were so old when I came out. Like, that was what you watched at daycare when they had nothing to do.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6, and they're good movies, but it almost feels like obligatory when you're doing a rewatch. You're like, well, I can't not watch these.
Right.
Yeah.
And once you get into them, they're good movies. But then everyone says that they're the best ones, and I'm just like, no, an old person made this list.
I can't agree with that. Yeah, I just can't. I still think after a full rewatch, I still think I hold on to 3. Just the angst and everything, man.
Only bad thing about Revenge of the Sith is a little bit of Ian McDermott's overacting. But honestly, it's so iconic that for me, it shaped my idea of what overacting could be. So like now I think of him every time I think of the concept. Yeah. So that's a pretty powerful thing he did.
Cinematography and the score are both top notch too, man. Even if the acting is cringe at times, and like, kudos to Star Wars, man.
All right, price check. 7 numbers this week. Hit it. That was funny. Dan's funny today. I said. He was like, okay, here's another sound effect of the coins. 25%, roughly 1 in 4 American professionals hit an invisible wall in their career before their so-called peak earning years, going at least 5 years with no real boost in pay or position. That's the central finding of a study tracking 1.3 million mid-career professionals since 2000. High unemployment, solid economy on paper, and still a quarter of people in the prime of their careers quietly stall out and never get told why.
Okay, so interesting. People just think that like, well, this is life now. This is where I'm at, and kind of accept that. Is that? I mean,
sometimes you are in a market that doesn't have other companies, and you can't jump for competition because they've told us since the 2010s that if you wanted to make more money, you needed to change jobs a lot. Like, baby boomers change jobs on average like 2 or 3 times in their whole lives. And then it's like, to make the kind of money you probably deserve with your experience nowadays, they said on average, by the time you're 30, you would hold like 14 jobs.
Oh my gosh. See, then does good company culture become a hamstring because you don't want to leave? But you could earn more elsewhere, but you're happy and your mental health is good, but you're struggling financially. Like, what?
Exactly.
I don't like this.
That's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. Is like, if you work at a good company,
you're not incentivized to leave from everyone's situation is different. But if you work for a good company and your mental health is solid and you like what you do, you're not incentivized to leave necessarily for additional money, depending on how much, of course. But like, I feel this. This is good stuff.
What is a good company? That's the question, right? Is a good company one that you have good job security, even if you're not getting the raises you think you should?
Yeah.
Or is a good company a place where you're going to get the raises you should, but if you have a bad couple weeks and life happens, you might lose your job and actually get fired because you're not performing at the top rate you need to make those raises.
And that's real. We're all human. That happens. Like, it is interesting to think about, at a certain point, do you have to put a price on your happiness and on your mental health? And what is that price? Like that's an interesting conversation. Would more money make me
happy, or would more time not working make me happy?
Right. Or is it that, my boss actually treats me like a human and is understanding about life and things, but I could be making more over here and maybe not be treated as well, but I really need to pay rent. It's crazy.
All right. How about 17? This is how many movie and television productions with budgets of at least $10 million were filmed in New Jersey last year. Poured nearly $1 billion into the state, about double what it was in 2024. New Jersey's film tax incentive program is apparently the most effective of any state. Not California, not Georgia, New Jersey.
That's interesting. I would figure New York because that's, you want all those inner city and skyline shots and everything. And
wait, really?
Yeah.
No one shoots in New York. It's way too expensive. No one.
Okay. I don't know a lot about that side of the industry. It makes sense that it would.
If you want to shoot something that looks like it's in LA, it's cheaper to go to South America and make it. You take everyone from LA and you go down there. It's
What
crazy.
about like? I mean, so
George. So if you don't know a lot about this, let me fill you in. The
Okay.
audience may feel the same.
Yeah.
Georgia has been the king of making movies for quite a while. You'll see it at the end of a lot of these Marvel movies. You see the Peach,
Totally.
Georgia.
Yep. Mhm.
Boom. It was made in Georgia. So New Jersey has been apparently is now going to be the one people will be surprised about because it left California long ago.
Okay.
There are some shows that like film in LA if they film on a soundstage and things like that. It's a lot easier to stay in town and do it. But like overall, I mean, this is a random example, but Carissa Flockhart.
Got it.
You know, Harrison Ford's wife?
Sure.
Yeah, she was Ally McBeal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just hot and younger than him. And they've been dating or married for a while now. Anyway, she was on Supergirl first season. She's the boss that comes in on the Supergirl TV show that was on CW that actually did pretty well. She's the boss that comes in. And then before season 2, as they were trying to get all of the Arrowverse and everything together or whatever, the Flashverse, whatever they were calling it, because they had Flash and Arrow that were working, and then they tried to bring in Supergirl. The show was in danger because it filmed in Vancouver, Canada, but she was like, I want to hang out with my husband. I'm married to Harrison Ford. I don't want to be in Canada. I want to be in LA, and I want to hang out with him. Mm-hmm. He's 80 now, so he was in his 70s then. Like, she's like, I want to hang out with him.
Right, makes sense.
So, like, it literally changed where they filmed the show, and the show ended up having to move to CBS off of CW and all of this other stuff to try to make it work and fit her into it. So that's just one example of how if you've got enough star power, you can tell them where to make it. So
do you know if you just have to be based in New Jersey or wherever, and then you can kind of, go across the river and film in New York if you want to, or is that how that works?
I don't think so. I'm unsure about the specific permit, but I'm pretty sure you list places and like things to get your funding approved and everything like that.
Okay. Well, let's get on that.
Start a movie.
Yeah.
We don't have time to see movies from people we've known for decades that make movies like Scary Movie 6, but we'll make one and everyone would go watch it for sure. That's what people think.
Yeah, totally. A24.
$36,000. This is the price of a bottle of wine that was stolen from a restaurant in Virginia's Shenandoah Valley, just up from me. I'm going to try to say this the best I can. The Bears Provençal Inn.
Probably close.
The wine was a Domaine de la Romanaconti, one of the most coveted bottles on the planet. The demand for this wine is so extreme that it has spawned a full black market for rare spirits. Thieves and counterfeiters specifically target it. Someone drove to Shenandoah Valley and walked out with $36,000 worth of wine.
Dude,
did you have any idea this was going on?
No, not at all. That is insane. And the fact that it was like right in your backyard is kind of crazy too.
The president has a winery in Charlottesville.
That's cool.
I mean, not that that's a good or bad thing. I don't care. I don't go to Charlottesville that much. Yeah. But what I'm saying is just like to show you that there's a wine culture in Virginia that a lot of people may not know about.
So I see that there's this like black market or whatever. Is that what the plan is, I guess? Like they're not going to drink this.
That's what I would worry about with a wine that expensive. I'll drink that.
Who is going to drink it? Like ever? For what reason? Is it something like, I got the Lifetime Achievement Award or something. Time to drink this $36,000 bottle of wine. Like, that is insane. That's a lot of risk for, like, a murky payoff. Like, I don't even know what their end game is. But, yeah, that's wild.
How about more than 45,000?
Okay.
That's how many people entered a parking lottery for the chance to witness synchronized fireflies in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. There's only 960 slots that are going to be distributed. So more than 45,000 people are trying to get those 960 slots. These fireflies, they flash in coordinated patterns simultaneously, lighting up the entire forest at the same time. It lasts a few weeks every summer. Campsites sell out months in advance. 45,000 people entered a lottery for 960 parking spaces to watch insects.
A lottery for parking is crazy, first of all, regardless of what the event is. I'd never, ever want to find myself in that situation, for sure. I've been in a hotel room lottery. No. I mean, sure, but I'm not entering some lottery to park. I've been in hotel room lotteries, and that even feels like, what am I doing here? I'm just trying to pay to stay somewhere. Why is this a lottery? Anyway, I don't know. Is this kind of similar to like the in the DC area, the sakura trees blossom every May, I think, and it's a big pool. And I don't know, it feels similar to that. This kind of like North American kind of cultural is not the right word. Geographical is also not the right word, but it's something uniquely here that you can't.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Aren't other countries way overpopulated? It's probably just starting here for lotteries
with fireflies.
Well, just like events like that in China, I bet the wait is insane.
I'm sure. I'm talking more of like the on the American side of things though, because I don't really feel like we have a ton of stuff like that people are like, oh yeah, at this time every year you got to go here and see this thing. Like the Aurora, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good. It's all cultural. It's all regional.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool that it's like unique to us, and that it is drawing this whole like crowd, and it is this trend. I
wonder if they give certain international people like priority.
A Rooney Rule for Firefly viewing.
Well, just like if you're distributing between more than 45,000 and you only have 960, what do you could just do the first 960, but then what's the point of having the list go that long? So there's got to be some sort of criteria they're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know, man. I wonder, like, is it the fireflies? Like, is it the beginning of mating season? It has to be something like that, right? They don't just all wake up and be like, "Hey, let's go dance."
You're not going to trick me into Googling mating fireflies. I'll tell you that.
Damn it! Trying to get you on any list I can.
All right, it's all sports from here on out. $1,450. That is the price of a leather New York Knicks jacket by luxury brand Jorzine, currently available at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. Brands and bootleggers are both cashing in. $68 tote bags, limited edition t-shirts, the full merchandise flood. The last time the Knicks were here, Patrick Ewing was in his prime and the internet was barely a thing. Now you can spend $1,500 on a leather jacket at the arena.
That's insane. I mean, I get it. The Knicks have always been kind of a very popular team. Even here in Charlotte, when I go to Hornets games, if it's against the Knicks, it feels like an away game. So I don't doubt that the hype is that real and that people are losing their minds. I don't think I'm ever going to spend $1,500 on a leather jacket. But
no.
Like who is it like the celebrities in attendance? I know like Timothée Chalamet has been going to these things and stuff like that. Like I assume that's who it's for.
Ben Stiller, do you see the one from the last game where he was flexing and they were like, I didn't know Ben had it like that. No, he's been on the floor a ton.
Nice.
Not to mention the ticket prices. What's the ticket price for game 3 of the Knicks? Look that up.
Okay, give me a second.
Look that up and I'll go to the next story.
All right.
$11 billion. That is the projected revenue FIFA is targeting from this year's World Cup, a record. Boosted by an expanded 48-team field and an American host country, FIFA is leveraging what it describes as a once-in-a-generation commercial moment.
Mm-hmm.
The money gets redistributed to FIFA's 211 member nations. The cost of fans, publicly listed I nailed it. Publicly listed tickets starting in the hundreds of dollars, soaring into the thousands for marquee games. We talked about the Portugal-Colombia ticket being $2,500 a few weeks ago. That was a first-round game. This is the scale of the whole tournament, Sean.
Yeah.
So can you believe that?
No, I mean, we're talking like $11 billion for a soccer tournament, right? That's insane. For context, Super Bowl, that generates roughly $500 to $600 million in economic impact for the host city. And FIFA is projecting 11 billion with a B billion for the World Cup. That's ridiculous.
I can't imagine paying $2,500 for a first round game.
Yeah, no way. Me neither. I mean, I know it's a crazy international spectacle and everything, but like that just is so much money, man. Like, and you think about the juggernaut that the NFL is, and they're dwarfing it, absolutely dwarfing it.
Okay, I lied. We have one non-sports story before it's all sports from here.
Well, do you want this get-in price for the game that you mentioned a minute ago?
Yes, please.
Okay. The tickets for Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Knicks and the Spurs at Madison Square Garden are the most expensive in NBA history. The cheapest get-in prices range from $7,000 to $12,000. And we're talking nosebleeds, people. Like, this is a car. A decent used car. Like, not decent.
To go to
but a used car
game,
nonetheless.
To go to one game.
Yeah,
like
dude,
many people wouldn't pay that to go to a season of football games.
Yeah, that is absolutely
be a season
insane.
ticket holder for less.
Yeah, you easily. But this is, I mean, you've got the Wemby factor too, right? Like, it's the Knicks and the historic franchise that they are in the Garden. Wemby's there. If they win this game, they're going up 3-0, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's essentially like if they win this one, it's done, right?
It's
like,
done.
Yeah. So this is huge. This is huge.
Do you think the Knicks might lose just because of the Secret Service and the president being there?
I doubt it. It does go to speak to like the real. If I could just give one quick mention about the ticketing market in this country, it is criticized unfairly because there's only a handful of these powerful companies, like Live Nation and stuff like that. Ticketmaster, they control like the whole ecosystem. So they get the fees, they get the dynamic pricing, the resale practices that are like legal, but often leave us feeling, exploited with really no alternatives. And it's not like this everywhere else. It's just like, if you do some research into international ticketing markets, there's a huge level of corruption in the US with ticketing. And I really hope that something can be done about it. I know we got something from the last administration, I believe, about like, the resale values and stuff like that, but more needs to happen.
Yeah, I mean, with the tickets, it's just very much like there was a deal to try to do something about it, and the president kind of gave them an 11th hour bail and never really explained why. So you can kind of blame the Oval Office a little bit. Maybe there's something else working in there. We're not really getting into politics on this. I'm just saying that, like, ticket prices are so bad that Congress is talking about it.
Yeah, it is bad. I think a lot of the norms in other countries is that if you resale, you're reselling for face value. Like literally, like the apps or whatever, the market won't let you upcharge. And like that's the whole problem is the scalpers and everything come in and swipe up all these tickets and then just want to charge 1,000% markup on them. I mean, just look at the Eras Tour. I know neither of us are diehard Swifties, but like look at prices for the Eras Tour, man. That was insane. Mm-hmm. So anyway.
Our last number, 1. Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary says the airline is diverting nearly 1 flight per day because of drunk passengers. A decade ago, that number was 1 per week in the UK. Or, I'm sorry, a decade ago, that number was 1 per week. In the UK, having a drink before a morning flight is, in his words, as sacred as Sunday roast. O'Leary is now calling for UK airports to stop selling alcohol in the mornings or at least cut passengers off after 2 rounds. The man who built his career on making flying as cheap and unpleasant as humanly possible has drawn his line at drunkenness. Ryanair, the airline where the seats do not recline and the legroom is a suggestion, has found something it considers unacceptable.
It's a weird hill for him to die on, right? Like, they'll charge you for the carry-on bag. They'll charge you to print your boarding pass. But if you want to drink before the flight, nah, man, stop. You got to stop. Like,
you got to stop.
What a weird hill to die on, man. Like, I guess if people are being belligerent in the aisles and, stuff like that, that's one thing. But if you just got someone that's, having a couple drinks for their flight, that's kind of crazy. I'd be curious to see the details of things that had to get rerouted.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just really love the idea that one flight was getting diverted for drunkenness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's an average. That's the average.
Right?
Some weeks are higher.
Hey, I'm glad it's the passengers and not the pilots.
Monaco Grand Prix weekend is the weekend. Oh. I mean, round 6 of the 2026 season, Sean.
Yeah, and it's been fun. It's been, obviously a very Mercedes season. Kimi Antonelli largely dominating. But Monaco is always a nice chance to kind of step back, catch your breath a little bit.